part of our everyday life. How you choose to deal with it is totally up to you. Our next speaker, Annette, will give you some ideas. Annette, please welcome Annette.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Have you ever had a Monday like this? It starts out just fine. You're on your second cup of coffee, and then it starts. 10 emails in your inbox, and they're all marked urgent. Your boss calls you. There's a fire drill, and you've got to take care of it. A coworker didn't show up. They didn't make that call. The commitment was made, but the delivery was not. The pressure, the stress, all of that responsibility is coming down on your head, and you are getting angry. Whose head can you pinch off? Have you ever felt that way?
Yes.
What's the vernacular of our stress? Our bodies are designed to handle stress in a very specific fashion. We actually go through very complex physiologic responses when we have stress. Adrenaline gets released, so you've got that energy. Your breathing starts fast and shallow so that you can get that oxygen in. Your heart rate goes up. Your blood pressure goes up. Your gastrointestinal system actually slows down so that blood can get out to your extremities. Your muscles get tense in anticipation of what you need to do. Your senses, well, they all get heightened and acute. Your pupils actually dilate so that you can see what's going on to be prepared. Stress is an interesting thing, and there are all types of stress. There's good stress and bad stress. Good stress, the adrenaline you get when you're getting to run a marathon. Bad stress, when you're having to fire someone or speak at Toastmasters. What may be stressful for you may not be stressful for me. It's all a matter of perception. My Monday morning example is actually a micro-stressor. Microstressors are those irritating things that happen every day to us that we have to deal with. You lost your car keys. You forgot to let the pet out at the house. You're waiting in line at USA. You get in a parking ticket. You're in a fight with your husband or your child. And my favorite, I'm sorry, Miss Dennig, your plane has been canceled.
Oh.
Our bodies are designed to deal with short-term stress. Once the stress is gone, the threat is over, we return to normal equilibrium. We are ill-equipped to deal with long-term stress. Microstressors can accumulate. They build on top of each other. We don't let them go very easy. And once they start layering, it's hard to get rid of them, and they can end up with some dire consequences. Lack of sleep, lack of focus, depression. It can actually lead to high blood pressure, which can lead to stroke, cardiovascular disease. They even relate stress to Alzheimer's and even cancer. What can you do to get a handle on your bad stress, especially those micro-stressors, those everyday irritating things that we have to deal with? Experts cite the usual: diet, exercise, and sleep. Exercise to get all those toxins out of your body. But more importantly, recognizing what your stressors are. They're different for all of us. And being prepared on the front end, as well as coping with them on the back end. Toastmasters, an excellent example of a coping mechanism. Another one of my favorites is yoga. Now for some of you, you might think, oh yes, yoga, that's that contortionist delight, where you stand on your big left toe and wrap your right leg around your left ear. Well, it actually is not. Yoga is about breathing, slow, rhythmic, focused breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And it is through this focused breathing that you might be able to discover a way to deal with your stress. You don't have to attend a class. You don't need to be a contortionist. You don't even have to be flexible. to enjoy yoga breathing. And you're in luck, because I'm going to teach you. So this is what yoga breathing sounds like. Some people say it sounds like the ocean. I actually think it sounds a little bit like Godzilla. So what I would like for you to do is get planted in your chair. I want you to scrunch your shoulders up to your ears and let them drop. Roll your shoulders back, turn your palms face up, and let them rest on your knees or your thighs. We're going to go through a series of 3 breaths, nice, slow, and relaxed. And I'd like for you to try to close your eyes. On my count, we'll get started, and then I want you to think about releasing any tension or stress that you feel. 1, 2, 3. You can open your eyes now. So today, now that you've practiced for the first time this year, I hope you will try it a few more times. And if by chance you have a Monday on a Thursday and you get so angry you're ready to pinch somebody's head off, I hope you will stop and think about your breathing. Step back from the situation, do 3 deep breaths, reapproach it in an appropriate fashion. Namaste.